There we go. Got that all set up. And there we are. Oh, good morning, everybody. Welcome to Stiffler Manufacturing on this Veterans Day. If you are unfamiliar with us, we turn bars of steel, like this one here, into slides, just like this one. Absolutely, they are. Dem and Smith, how's it going, man? Yep, we are a manufacturing business in Arizona, veteran owned and operated, and we even have a sale going on right now. Yep, we make slides that fit the Generation 3 Glock 19 and Glock 17. And we're currently working on the 26. This is our 26 model here. It's in pre-production. We've still got some testing to do with it, but once it's done with testing and we take it to the range and dump a lot of rounds through it, and if we like it, we'll start producing it. Gabby, how's it going? I'd say probably the easiest one to get started if you're looking at doing building, just on, cheap but effective. Go with a PSA frame, and I get it. Some people have issues with the PSA frame. I personally don't. It's run great for me, but get a PSA frame for like 40 to 60. It comes with the lower parts kit already installed. Polish up the rails and metal contacts. Slap on a complete build for 285 or less, and there you go. Whereas some like actual OEMs are going for like anywhere from high 400s to 600, depends on the state you're in. You can get builds done for 300 or less. And then always upgrade later. Like if you want a better parts kit later, if you want a better barrel later, so on and so forth. Glock is basically Legos. Like you can make the Gen 3 fit on a Gen 4, on a Gen 5, on the X. A 19 can even fit on a Glock 45. It's just about changing out certain parts. Was the Sigma a Smith & Wesson? I want to say it was a Smith & Wesson. But good morning, everybody, and happy Veterans Day. Otherwise, you could go with SET for the frame or grit grips. I've heard a lot of good things about grit grips. Don't own one yet, but I've heard good things. I'm actually getting ready to, well, it's not going to ship today because it's a holiday, but I'm getting it packaged today. We're about to send a slide off to Michigan. And I can happily say we have shipped a slide to every single state in the country, and a few of the territories as well. And we've made over 30,000 slides at this point. So, I mean, we're not huge like PSA or Glock or anybody, but, we're doing okay. Slides are made out of 17-4 stainless steel. A lot of companies utilize 416. 416 is fine, but 17-4 is harder and more corrosive resistant. You can do more stuff with it. Like you can see this little window cut here in the breech sidewall. Stuff you don't usually see with 416. The more aggressive cuts you start making with 416 or lesser steel starts to compromise the integrity of the slide. And we've seen that, if for those of you familiar with like the old rock slides, they cracked a lot. And that's kind of why. They were using aggressive cuts with steel that just couldn't handle it. We could always be doing better. We want to hire some more employees. We want to get some more machines. But that means more sales and more contracts. But we'll get there, slowly but surely. And I think the clone market is probably going to see a slight boom due to the V series that Glock is switching to. We're actually going to be giving one of these away. We haven't gotten around to it yet because we went past 1,000 subscribers. So we were planning to give away one of these Viper slides. But we had to take care of customers first, so we haven't made this slide yet that we'll be doing the giveaway with. Customers always come first. Customers before free stuff. Let's see. Nope, that's not what I want. Let's go back to tools. Oh, we'll do an announcement for it through all of our social media where we're like, hey, we're going to do the live to announce the contestants. And then we'll do a follow-up live where we'll actually do the giveaway itself. Rules for it are essentially that you have to like and subscribe to the channel, and you have to be in the chat when we announce the winner. Oh, and then you also have to have a U.S. address. We cannot ship slides outside of the United States. Which I'm sorry for some of our out-of-country followers, but them's the rules, ITAR regulations, we gotta follow them. Which kind of sucks, but is what it is. Oh, yeah, we ship a lot of slides to Florida. You'll be great. Oh, thank you for the likes, guys. Greatly appreciate it. Our shop is actually closed today because, holiday. And we got a few vets working with us, myself included. So we're going to hang out with some of the boys later today. I figured, I'm getting up early anyway. Might as well do a live. Oh, I greatly appreciate it. And we do a wide variety of colors. You know, obviously the traditional tactical. We've got black, desert sand, FDE, Jesse James green. It's kind of like a forest green. Mil-spec OD green, bunch of other ones. And then, of course, we've got more, you know, like you can see here, flamboyant colors. We've got hunter orange, making this tiger stripe thing going on. Bright purple, gold, shimmer aluminum, USMC red, NRA blue, green mamba. So people can, you know, make whatever their build wants to be, whatever design / color. Yes, to combat the whole Switch issue, and Glock is being sued by like 11 different cities / states over the Switch. Even though Glock did not design the Switch, Glock does not endorse it. Yeah, Glock doesn't support it whatsoever. They're saying Glock is at fault because of the Switch, and so Glock is, while dealing with those lawsuits, designing a new model that will supposedly be less able to take a Switch. It's called the V series. And a lot of places, the Switch is already illegal, so Glock really isn't at fault. It's just, you know, anti-gun people trying to sue them. They're also doing the same thing with Ruger. They're going to sue Ruger over the RXM. That's not Ruger's fault. Oh, there we go. Yeah, we're hoping, and we'll see, because Glock has a good reliability. And we'll see what these changes are and what they do. And we might try and get one, just to see what the differences are, do a side-by-side comparison. Because right now we're looking at doing Gen 5 next year, and there's really not a whole lot of changes. Backplates changed, safety plunger holes different, and then of course it's got ambidextrous groove on the other side. So you got to put those in there for the Gen 5. Oh, they will. I'm sure we'll face a lawsuit at some point. Yeah, they're not going to stop. Once they're done with Glock and Ruger, they'll go after PSA, they'll go after Grit Grips, they'll go after the Glock store. Yeah, they'll keep going. Thankfully, there are some legal challenges against them with this going on, but it's going to be years in court. See, instead of solving, like, crime problems, they go after businesses. Instead of fixing their communities, they go after businesses. Instead of caring about their communities and their neighbors, they go after businesses. And they go after the Second Amendment. They really don't care about the people they proclaim to care about. They just want money. and they want people distracted. It's like, oh yeah, let's not take care of our community. Let's not take care of our neighbors. Let's not take care of our city. But hey, we sued Glock. Well, yeah, it's the same thing that happened with Polymer 80. They sued Polymer 80 into the ground to the point where they ran out of money and couldn't fight legal battles anymore. And the funny thing is the lawsuits only made people want to go get involved with Glock clones even more. It's a psychological thing. Reverse psychology. People who built or modified guns were seen as like, hermit crazy people once upon a time. And because they pushed so hard against it, a crap ton of people just got involved and like, well, now I want to build one because you said I can't. Because that's just American as it gets. Tell Americans they can't do something, and they'll go do it. Why? Because you told them not to. Because they're Americans, and they want to go do it. How dare you tell them not to do something? And after, like 250 years of us doing that, you'd think they'd know not to challenge anybody, not to tell Americans they can't do something. America, you can't do that. Hold my beer. Oh yeah, we've got a few Polymer 80s around. When we go to actually test our slides, we test them on Glock OEM, of course, because that's the standard. But then we also test them on SCT frames and Polymer 80 frames and PSA frames. We should get a grit grips at some point, but we'll get around to it. And we've got a decent set of distributors and whatnot. So obviously you can find our stuff on Gunbroker and eBay. But we've also got Optics Planet, Delta Team Tactical, MMC Armory, Davidson Defense, Wolverine Arms, No Quarter Innovations, 3CR Tactical, The Hub, Task Force Red Firearms, Sirius Arms. So we've got a few gun shops and vendors and distributors that are pushing our stuff out across the country as well. Want to try to get Brownells and Moss Defense too. See if they'll pick us up. Then, of course, with everything going on in California, and I'm so sorry to California. Hey, thank you for the like. So sorry to Californians. Come January 1st, we will no longer be shipping to California. They have made it incredibly difficult for us to do that. So we will still do business with FFLs and gun shops and stuff in California, but selling individually to Californians, I'm afraid we just can't do it anymore. Surge, how's it going? Yeah, Californians have made it so difficult and so nonsensical too. So here's an example of one of the laws they just passed. So here we have our complete slide. The reason we can't ship this to Californians anymore is because they made the detachable barrel require a background check. So we can only ship to FFLs. We can't ship to individuals anymore. Absolutely, Surge. Thank you. Yep. Happy Veterans Day to all. God bless America. And 2A is the way. Hey, Bandit, how's it going? StifflerManufacturing.com, that's the website. And we make slides for the 19 and 17, and we are working on the 26. Here is our pre-model of the 26. It's not quite ready yet, but it's getting there. Let's see. Let's add this text in here. Nope, don't like it. That looks silly. Let's try this. Oh yeah, we make everything from scratch. So this is a bar of 17.4 stainless steel. And this is actually what we mill the slides out of. So that gets milled down into a raw slide like this one. And then, of course, it gets deburred, it gets sanded, it gets cleaned, coated, cured before it gets QC'd and shipped out. Oh, no, it's just California that's being weird. All the other states, we can ship slides to every single state. We can still ship them to California right now, just we're going to stop shipments on December 31st. Because of those new laws they have in place. And it's just to Florida that's having that issue. Or, sorry, just to California that's having that issue. Florida is fine. Yeah, Florida's okay. Well, I've shipped a lot of slides to Florida. Washington and Oregon and all over. We've shipped to every single state, no problems. Because the actual FFL need is for the frame or the fire control group. No, we don't ship frames because we're not an FFL. What in the madness? Adobe being Adobe. Gotta love it. Ah, well. Just trying to make it look fancy, but Adobe keeps crashing every time I try. There we go. Yep, sending this one off to Michigan. And for those of you that have never seen how our slides ship out, I'll open this box here. So they get wrapped up in bubble wrap. Then they get sealed in a plastic box. And then they get wrapped in polymer. And that protects it from shock during shipping as well as moisture. So at the end, they look like this. Best printer for frames? I don't know, honestly. We haven't... What do we have at the shop? We have a... I think we have a Creative. Haven't used it to print a frame yet, though. But we use it to print stuff that we need around the shop. Like, we had barrels that needed new handles, so we 3D printed the handles. So we use it to, like, print stuff we need in the shop. It's come in handy. And then, of course, you know, you got to print some stuff for the kids. You know, little 3D printed toys and whatnot. There we go, date stamp. Move that out of there. Off to Michigan. I'd say the state that we send the most slides to is Utah. Utah buys a lot of slides. Oh, we probably will eventually. To be honest, I wish PSA and some others made some 26 frames, and we need some more frames for the 26 just for testing, so we might end up trying to print one. Downside to them is, from what I understand, a lot of them only last up to like 100 rounds. Some more, but yeah, they don't last as long. Yeah, we'll probably try and print one at some point. It'll be good for range testing and some other stuff. Because the downside is, like, people ask, well, hey, have you made this slide yet? Have you made that? And it's like, no. We actually need to go buy the OEM version of it to make sure we're testing correctly. Oh, no, it's actually not. We would just do it as an additional part of the testing. So when we range test, when we tested our Leonidas slide, we put 1,000 rounds through it. This one here, just to make sure we're good, I put 800 rounds through this one. I actually carry this one now. There we go. Let's get some packaging ready. We're going to be packing, boxing the slide up. They're sending 2 or, was it? No, 3 slides off. Okay, all black. Let's see, 1 Viper, 1 Zoom, and, oh, and 1 Turbo. Okay. Nice. We do have our 20% off sale going on right now with Veterans Day going on, and that ends tomorrow. So tomorrow's the last day for it. But the slide colors are USMC red, Arctic white, and NRA blue. That said, if you are militarily affiliated, you get a permanent discount year-round. Hey, Steven, what's going on, man? What is what? This is a Stiffler Manufacturing SM19 Turbo Slide with an ELD Performance barrel and an SCT Manufacturing parts kit with a Siley Optics Wolfx Pro red dot. We make the slide, the rest of the parts come from other people. This will fit on a Generation 3 Glock 19, and if you make some slight parts changes, you can fit it on the 19X, the Gen 4, and the Gen 5, as well as the Glock 45. Heck, if you get an adapter, you can make it fit on the Glock 26. Glock is Legos. plenty of videos on how to do it, and it appears that my cat is in love with its new toy. Here we are. Let's get this in its package. And we're packaging a slide. That's what you're hearing me going on and doing in the background, is we are packaging a slide to send off to Michigan. There we go. Let's check the packing slip, and let's check the shipping label. Same, good to go. Fold you, fold you. There we are. And always, always, always double tape your seams. Why? Because I don't trust the postal carriers. And finally, we wrap it in a polymer bag. Keep the moisture out. And we actually started doing that a couple years back because we found out that sometimes packages will get left in the rain. And while the slide itself is fine, I mean, rain's not going to do anything to it. Nobody wants to have a wet product. Then, of course, we slap a Fragile sticker on it. And if you get that joke, congratulations. We're all old, and we all watch the same Christmas movie every year. Not that the slide is particularly fragile, but you know what? Better safe than sorry. We're actually only one of a handful of companies that are using 17.4 steel for slides. So there's us, obviously. Grey Ghost Precision, Zev, Zafiri. Brownells used to. My understanding is they switched to 416. But yeah, 17.4, great steel for slides. But it's harder to work with. It'll break your end mills. It's more expensive than 416, but it makes a good quality slide. That said, I still think we're competitive on price point, even using 17.4. Because I've seen some companies charging like $300 to $600 for a 17.4 slide. We're over here charging like $145 to $285. I think we're, you know, cat. It's not a toy. Yeah, they work with SCT frames. We test them. We use PSA frames, SCT frames, Glock OEM frames, and Polymer 80 frames in our testing. And then, no, we don't have any grit grips. I know some of our customers have tested them out on grit grips, as well as Geisler. And measurement-wise, ours are coming in at, to give you like a size comparison, if you take a Stiffler slide and a Glock slide and measure them side by side with calipers, the difference is about 1 to 2 pieces of hair. So we're very close. And of course we do different stuff too. Like we have this camo here, which is utilizing mil-spec OD green, desert sand, and Glock FDE. We also have like this lightning stencil, which utilizes Arctic white and graphite black. As well as just more traditional stuff, you know, like this burnt bronze. Shimmer aluminum, just all graphite black. Mil-spec OD green, desert sand, Glock FD, all the traditional tactical colors. We've got like a forest green that's called Jesse James green. You know. A lot of different colors. Some people like to do like college teams and stuff like that. Seen a few slides. I'm sure a Bengals fan is going to love this. Or, you know, some Tony the Tiger type stuff right there. Which we also do that in a, you know, tiger stripe camo, where it's crocodile green and graphite black. And it reminds you of like 80s action movies where they're putting the camo on their face, like Arnold Schwarzenegger. But then we also have a zebra variant of that tiger where it's Arctic white and black. And people have liked them. Some of that's too flashy for some people, so that's where we have the more traditional stuff. Like this Space Worn here, it's a de-stressed slide where we took the Cerakote layer and distressed it so that some of the stainless steel shows through. Cool thing about this is that each one looks different. So this one, you know, the distressing process, this one got a larger amount of distressing right here in like one line, which was interesting. Other ones, it gets weird wear patterns where they kind of go up and down the slide. So every single one looks completely different. Same thing with some of the stencils. As you go through the stencils, not all the stencils look exactly the same. So if you get a stenciled slide like this one here, each one will look slightly different. The theme will be the same, but they'll look slightly different. Same thing with the camos. You're not going to get the same camo pattern in every same exact spot. So you'll have a slide that is kind of uniquely yours. You know that it's going to look slightly different than anybody else's. As opposed to, say, like this bright purple, which is going to look the same on every slide. Let's see, what's this one here? Let's pull you out. What do I have here? SM19 Viper in black, white, Camus. Oh, it's one of the cow camos. Okay. Let's unwrap this one and take a look. kind of cow camo. Each one of these looks a little different. This one here is one of our Viper slides, utilizing an Arctic white and graphite black. Triple ported windows, bit of artistic window design there on the side breech wall. And then, of course, a Trijicon RMR flat optic cut with an aluminum RMR cover plate. So that's something we do that some other businesses don't, is that they utilize plastic RMR cover plates, and we utilize aluminum, because those plastic ones break over time. They'll break if you tighten down the screws too much. They'll break during range trips. Yeah, those plastic ones suck. We actually had a return a while back. We had to change our return policy because of it. A guy did a return, but he kept the aluminum RMR cover, and he swapped it with a crappy plastic one. But he tightened it down too much, and as soon as our shipping and receiving got it, they opened the package to inspect it, and immediately saw it was cracked, and they were confused. They're like, our cover plates can't crack. They're aluminum. Yeah, so after that, we changed our policy. Like, if you decide to send a slide back for, whatever reason, it's got to come with all of its parts. Yeah, the guy just stole the aluminum RMR cover. The funny thing is, you can get those for like 10 to 20 bucks. It's not like it's expensive. What's up, Mr. Cat? I know, I'm doing a live, and you want to come up here and just, like, play with the slides. Yeah, every time I do a live, the cat is just all of a sudden super interested in what I'm doing. And just likes to knock stuff over. Yep, as it's doing right now. Okay. Okay, off the table. Off my desk, cat. But it just wants to say hi and play around. But yep, that's one of our camus. Little cow camo action. Wrap that back up. Get that sealed back in the box. Oh, and they also all come with a little tip about the RMR cover plate screws. So if you decide not to Loctite it, make sure you tighten down the screws before and after the range trip, because they will loosen during fire. Same thing with our optics. If you're not going to Loctite your optic, make sure you tighten your screws down before and after the range trip. And there we go. All sealed back up. But you got that label design, so that way they're super easy to identify for you and for us. You can go, oh yeah, hey, I got a 19. Oh, hey, it's a stripped slide or complete slide. Oh, hey, it's a Viper. It's black and white. It's that camo style. Especially good for people who decide to go get multiple slides, which I know a few people who've gotten like 10 plus of our slides already. And when they're not using them, they just put them back in the box. Let's see, what's this other one over here? Oh, it's another camo. What's this one? This one's all sealed up. And by all means, please feel free to ask questions. That's what I'm here for this morning. Oh, shucks. I shouldn't have done that. Let's see. Can I fix it? I think I can. Yes, I can. All right. Yep, they work with SCT frames. They work with block OEM frames. They work with PSA frames, polymer 80 frames. Hey, Thomas, how's it going? No, not yet. We might do some in the future. Currently, we just have them for the 19 and the 17. We are finishing work up on this 26 right here. This is our pre-production model. We're doing some more testing on it, and once we're happy with it, we will start producing 26s. After the 26, we're planning on working on the 43. And after that, I'm thinking, not 100% sure, but I'm thinking we might start doing some looking into the 20, the 21, and the 23. Let's see, this is the green glitter. Oh, was this the mistake one? This might be the mistake one. Let me see here. Yep, okay. This is a blemish slide. So what we were trying to do, and it's hard to tell on the camera, is we were taking Jesse James green and we were trying out this gun candy glitter type stuff. So it's really hard to tell on the camera, but it was supposed to create a shimmering effect, and it didn't work too well. And we've since improved it, but this is one of our early testing, so I'm going to send this out to RB Tactical over on eBay, and he's going to put it on his store. Yeah, it didn't work as well as we'd like, but you know that's testing. Anytime you're doing something new, you're going to make mistakes. So this is one of our blems that we'll send this over to RB Tactical, and he'll sell it. Let's see, that's the green glitter. Yeah, sometimes when the painters in our Cerakote paint booth, when they're running low on paint in their run, sometimes they will just try something out to see what happens. And sometimes it works great. Sometimes it looks awesome, just like how we made the Space Worn, which has become incredibly popular. That was just us trying something and seeing if it worked. But it's also worked horribly on a few others where it's like, oh my god, that's ugly. We're never doing this again. Oh, what is this one? emblem, white gold speckle. White gold speckle, huh? Yep, this is another one of those ones they tried something with. We'll see what it looks like. I wish they hadn't sealed it, but they did. That's okay. That's what they're supposed to do. Come off of there, you. Okay, there we go. White gold speckle, huh? Let's see what they did to this one. Is that what they meant to write on this? White gold speck. Oh, I think I see what they did. They were using a gold glitter, not a gold Cerakote. Okay. So yeah, this is something else they were trying out. And it's hard to see. They were trying to do like one of those shimmery, glittery white golds. It didn't work out as very well. Yeah, we'll send this one over to RB as well. Yeah, sometimes stuff happens when you're trying something new. But you gotta try something new once in a while, you know? Wrap that back up. Like, hey, what if we mix this color with that color? And what if we spray it like this? And you never know what you're going to find. Could be something cool. What's this one here? Another white gold speckle? Okay, it's the same thing. So it looks like they were trying something, and yeah, it just did not work out as well as they'd like. That's okay. Stuff happens. Got to try and be a little creative once in a while. Cat, are you climbing the chair? Sure you guys can see her in the background. Ever since we got her, and she's like 2 months old, 3 months old. So ever since we got her, she has been, every time I do a live, she just comes over and wants to be near me or a part of it. Or she'll just come up and just start knocking slides off the table. But the moment I'm done with this, the moment I'm done with the live, she'll go leave me alone. No, you know not to be up there. And she's an absolute menace to the dog, who is being very accommodating. There we are. All right, so we've got that slide packaged up for Michigan. That's all I have this morning. We'll probably get more later today because I started this at like 4 a.m. Usually we start getting orders in between like 9 and 3. But every now and then we'll get an order overnight, and sometimes I can package it up in the morning. And I'll use it during my lives, package things up. Because why not? Gives me something to do with my hands while I'm doing lives and talking with everybody. And we've been doing this for almost 3 years. It'll be 3 years this January. And we are planning on attending SHOT Show 2026 in Las Vegas. So we'll be there to talk with businesses and meet and greet. And we'll do some social media interaction. But we're meeting with a lot of businesses, you know, kind of put names or faces to names. Stuff, you know, you've talked with people over the phone or through email, and then you get to go to SHOT Show and you actually get to meet that person. So that's kind of neat. You also get to go talk to like some industry reps, which is pretty cool. Like last year we went to SHOT Show. We got to talk to reps from Cerakote and from Glock and a bunch of other businesses, which was pretty awesome. Unfortunately, SHOT Show is not like GunCon or like, you know, GOA Goals or the NRA convention or anything like that, where regular people can go. It's more just for businesses as well as media. So like if there are people who run YouTube channels and stuff who get to go to SHOT Show because they have a YouTube channel. But it is a huge industry convention, and you've got, you know, gun parts manufacturers, hunting companies, gear companies, law enforcement and military reps. So yeah, it's an interesting event. And if you happen to have a YouTube channel, or if you happen to be affiliated with a gun shop, yeah, try and go. I mean, of course, you're gonna have to get like a hotel in Vegas because it's several days. But you'll have to get a hotel and, you know, just go walk the event. And if I remember this right, the event is like 13 miles of walking if you actually walk to every single booth. I might be off on that, but that I think that's what they told us last year. Oh, okay, I was way off. And I was way under. So nearly 23 miles in a single day if you walk to every single event and every single booth. Holy crap. Oh, no, that's... the show features over 13 miles of aisles across multiple venues, including the Venetian Expo and the Caesars Forum. Yeah, okay, so I was right on the 13, but some people have logged 23 miles of walking in a single day on it. Interesting. Yeah, I'd recommend, like, if there's people you want to see, get a map and get like the convention map and see who's where. Because we're going to be at the Venetian. And very cool event. Get to see a lot of stuff. But dang, is there a lot. Like, we didn't see it all when we were there. Well, I just hit the hour mark. So, you know, last call for questions. Anything you like. If I don't have an answer, I'll make one up. So, yeah, feel free to ask. We are veteran owned and operated. With all of our employees and the owner, we have about 23 years of military experience between all of us. We've been doing this since January of 2023. Multiple slide models available. 17.4 stainless steel. Trigicon Armor flat optic cut. We actually just did a partnership agreement, collaboration, whatever, with another gun shop. Funny enough, we actually know the person who ran it because we met them in the Army. And yeah, it's an old sergeant major that we used to know. Yeah, small world. Really small world. Turns out when he got out, he just decided to open a gun store. And sure enough, and we did, similar, where we opened a manufacturing business. Making slides. Nope, nope, nope. You know better. Don't look at me all confused. You know better. The cat has learned to understand the word no. And will stop if we tell it no. Except now it's attacking my shoe. Oh, no worries. No worries, man. Yeah, if you got final questions, feel free to ask. I'm almost done. I'm going to get ready to head out. Get some early morning chores and stuff done. My shoe is not prey. My shoe is not prey. So yeah, if you got final questions, by all means, feel free. That's what I'm here for. Oh, we'll be back. We do a live every day or two. Heck, sometimes I'm out driving, and it's like a 30-minute plus drive, and I'll just do a live while I'm driving, answer questions, and whatever. Let people see Arizona. And of course, we're on Facebook, Instagram, of course, YouTube. We need to do more on Rumble. But yeah, we're on a lot of different social media stuff. I'll actually drop our link bio in the chat. Here we go. Boom. There's all our stuff. That's our store. That's all of our social media. And it's affiliates that we have, like Task Force Red, RB Tactical Market, Optics Planet, Delta Team Tactical, MMC Armory, Davidson Defense, Wolverine Arms, No Quarter Innovations. Just different businesses that we are affiliated with that have our slides. And of course, all of our social media. It's got our eBay store, our website, Facebook, Instagram, Threads, YouTube, Rumble, Twitter, Blue Sky, Tumblr, which I don't really do much on those last ones, but they're there because you never know when social media is going to turn on you. Meta turns on us all the time. YouTube once in a while. They're not very 2A friendly. You just want attention, don't you? You just want attention. Is it because I'm working? Is it because I'm doing stuff? You want to come over here and mess with me? Uh-huh. Like kids, too. They come over, you're doing something. Hey, I want this, Dad. All right. Well, that's where I'm going to end it, everybody. Thank you so much for the likes. Thank you for checking out our slides and our website, our Veterans Day sale. Tomorrow's the last day for it. 20% off our SM19 and 17 strip slides in USMC red, Arctic white, and NRA blue. You can see that on our website. So if you like those colors, feel free to check that out. We might do another one around Black Friday, but I'm not sure exactly what we'll be doing. But, thanks again so much for checking us out and the likes and the new subs. It's greatly appreciated. And as always, stay 2A every day and have a happy Veterans Day.